Well, this is the fourth Sunday of Easter, sometimes called Good Shepherd Sunday. Do you know any shepherds? I've met two in my lifetime, both in central Tunisia. There aren't too many here in Chicagoland. But I heard from one of our alums who was on social media this week, who was telling me about a story that this sheep had fallen into a trench that was being dug by the road. They were putting in plumbing or something. And this worker, he said, shepherd, I don't know. He said this worker freed the sheep because the sheep was wedged in there, couldn't get out. And as soon as the sheep got out, he was skittish and a wreck and didn't know what to do and tried to jump over the trench and fell back in it again. And he said people were responding with all sorts of judgments about that dumb sheep. You know, my God, I finally got you out of there and now you've jumped back in. But his reflection made a lot of sense to me, and that was maybe the sheep was doing the best he could with the gifts he had and was trying to figure out what to do. And that's kind of like us. Sometimes in a moment of graced insight, we see that, what are we doing jumping back into that same hole again? I think we can get the point of this Gospel of John, namely that Jesus is the Good Shepherd. He lays down his life for us. He doesn't run away when it gets messy, even dangerous. He's concerned about us. He knows us and we know him. And he offers a lead which we follow. So what are some of the ways we experience the risen Jesus in these ways? As laying down his life for us, not running away when things get messy, being concerned about us, that we know him and he knows us, and yeah, we follow his lead. Well, one of the ways that I know Jesus this way as Good Shepherd is when I slow down enough to be still. Sometimes I'm multitasking and doing too many things, and I just need quiet. As the psalmist says, be still and know that I am God. Yeah, I'm supposed to do my part, but I'm not God. Move over. Let me save the world. It's not your responsibility. When I slow down enough to be still is when I experience Jesus as the Good Shepherd. When I welcome the Good Shepherd as I'm feeling vulnerable and express my desires. Again, I have to slow down enough to even tap into those vulnerabilities and what do I really want, and bring that to the Good Shepherd. I think I experienced the Good Shepherd in credible leaders, whether it's of the church or of government, of our university. Like, for example, in this past week when President Biden was speaking compassionately to the family of George Floyd. President Biden, having lost his first wife and daughter, and then his son Beau, knows what that's like. And far from giving platitudes, he can be there for them in unique ways. That's a Good Shepherd lead. I think I know the Good Shepherd when someone is kind and helpful, especially when I'm on strange territory. And that strange place or territory could be psychologically speaking, like, ooh, I've never been in this situation before. What does that mean? But it's also when I'm in countries that my frame of reference, I don't have a frame of reference and I need help. For example, when I was in Indonesia or China or the Middle East or North Africa, Those cultures are more than a little different from the United States. The kindness of others when I'm feeling lost, having trouble getting my bearings, they're guiding me in the right ways makes a significant difference. And I find the Good Shepherd, Jesus, there. So then how do we embody being Good Shepherd for others? Well, when we sit down with people in their pain and devastation, even when we don't have a quick fix, it doesn't help to try to make it all better. There's no way to do that. But when we care enough not to run away, but stay with people and they know we care about them, ooh, that's a huge gift. Sometimes we are the Good Shepherd being there for others when we need it and when they need it. And what a gift for them, yeah, that somebody cares enough to listen and hear their story and comfort them and not run away. But also, what a gift for us, for me, when someone gives me their trust, their wanderings, their vulnerabilities where they feel crippled and limping along. It's a gift both ways. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, says, I have other sheep to lead, to include in my care. Well, one of the ways we can get beyond our own front door or beyond narrow thinking that, hey, I keep the 10 Commandments, I'm home free now, right? No, wrong. How do we take initiative to go out beyond our little circle to try to include, first of all, notice that some people are excluded and go reach to invite them in? That's a way we can be the Good Shepherd for others. We can also choose to intentionally be proactive, to build people up rather than play it safe at a distance, give people the Heisman. And it can be simple ways, like in the grocery line, to engage the clerk, whoever he or she is, and just give them the time of day. It's not like it's this big intimate conversation, but that you don't treat them like a thing to reify them, as if, yeah, they just give me what I want. No, they're a person too, and hi, how are you? To engage them, especially when they come from backgrounds that may be really different from ours. They might be surprised that anybody cared enough to engage them, to build a bridge. May our time together here heighten our awareness of the risen Jesus, Good Shepherd, in our own lives, but also inspire us to embody being the Good Shepherd for others.